Welcome back to another show with all things Crissy, and today I am doing another cooking tutorial. And since it has been a little cool outside in Florida, we've been having some 50-60 degrees weather at night, and I've been loving it. So I am going to make some chili. I haven't made this in a very long time, so yeah, so right now what I am doing is just briefly making some Jiffy cornbread mix. It is super easy. If you do not know how to make this, then you do not know how to cook. So I usually just put 1 or 2 eggs inside of my Jiffy cornbread mix. I usually add sugar too, just to give it a little sweetness, but I did not add any this time. And then I just evenly divided them into my little pan with some what did I put? The Pam spray in there so it doesn't stick. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and start on my chili. So I've just put a little olive oil into the pot, and I'm going to drop in my cut up onions and green peppers, and we are going to just saute them for about 7 to 10 minutes until they're brown and a little soft. And once they're done, they should look like this. They smell so good too. I think my taste buds is starting to change, because I could not stand onions, and now I just put them in everything. And then I'm just putting 2 tablespoons of garlic, and I'm going to mix that into the onions and green peppers as well. And then once you have completed mixing in that garlic and it's a little bit brown, I have already seasoned my ground beef, and I'm just going to drop that right on in the mix of those ingredients there. And then yeah, we're just going to let that beef cook until it is all the way done. And I mean, not a pink in sight, all the way done. And y'all, try to use wooden spoons so you don't scrape up your pots. I had some, but once you like start using them for a while, they get a little white residue on them, and I didn't like that, so I threw them out. But this is all of the ingredients that I use. Tomato paste, kidney beans, I use chili beans. Chili beans is I use the chili beans black and the chili beans red, and pinto beans. I was trying to get it to focus, y'all, and it just was not having it. And then just a can of red beans, and I drained all that extra juice from the can. I drained all of that out, and I put all the beans into a bowl together. And then once my meat looks like that, juicy and done, I am going to put in some chicken broth, and I used about 2 cups of the chicken broth. And this is just going to add more flavor into your chili. Make sure that is mixed in very well. Once it is at a boil like that, I'm just going to add in that whole can. I didn't add in the whole can here, but I did go back and add it in. I believe you can see it in the video, but I'm just going to go ahead and mix that in. It smells so good. I wish you guys can smell it. right, and once we have it back at a boil, I'm going to go ahead and drop in all of those beans. Looks great. I don't know why when I cook, it's like I'm cooking for a whole family. I stay by myself and then my girlfriend comes over sometimes. And yeah, this is for 2 people. 1 to 2 people. But I did eat on it for a couple of days. And I always tell my mom she come get a plate, but she never do. So yeah. And I wanted to be a little different this time. I normally don't add sausage into my chili, but I wanted to add some sausage, so I went ahead and put them on the stove. And while that heats up and cook, I'm going to add in the can of tomato paste, and this is just going to thicken it up a little bit, and of course add more flavor to your chili. And you want to make sure you mix that up very well. All right, and then once that tomato paste has melted into the chili, we are going to add in 1 pack of chili seasoning. And honestly, with the size that I cooked, I probably would have added in 1 more pack. So if you're just cooking a size that's smaller than what I'm cooking now, 1 pack is just fine. But for the amount that I cooked, I should have bought 2 packs. And then you just want to make sure that that seasoning is mixed in good as well, so that that flavor kicks in really nicely. And then I'm just going to add in some organic basil leaves as well. I don't know why I've been heavy on these lately, but I just added in a few of those. And then we're just going to mix it on in the chili. You do a lot of mixing when you're cooking chili, if you have not noticed. All right, once you have that back at a boil, I'm just going to drop in those sausages that I added into the chili. And of course, we're back at our mixing grounds. Going to mix that up. And this is mainly to make sure that whenever you do fix your bowl, you are getting enough of everything into the bowl. Mix, 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 mix. And what I'm putting into the chili is I'm just adding in some different flavors of seasoning, mainly the same thing that I seasoned my ground beef with. And I will list below the seasonings that I used in that cup and the amount that I used. And I did this because I noticed when I put in the chili seasoning that it just wasn't enough for me, so I just added in some more seasoning. And once you have mixed that up good, you're just going to pop on that top, and you want to turn down your eye, and you just want to let it simmer for at least I'd say about 45 minutes because honestly, it's done. You just have to make sure everything is melted and put in well together. And then I did not feel like making any rice. When I meal prep, I use this rice right here. And I was heavy on putting rice in the microwave. But let me tell y'all something. This rice comes out perfectly. Just look how it comes out in the bowl. No butter, no nothing. It's just, it's perfect and it's good. It's really good. I usually add butter um, to the rice, but honestly, it doesn't even need the butter. It's very well flavored. It's very clean, soft, and it's great. Try it, then let me know. You probably will never cook rice again. The final look. So I have a very small amount of rice at the bottom. I put chili. I added in some mixed cheese, a little bit of sour cream, parsley at the top, and a side of some cornbread. This was amazing, guys. So if you try it, let me know. Tag me below. And again, I want to thank you guys for following all things Crissy. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share. And don't forget to hit that bell at the top. Thank you.